Hey, what's up, guys? So Sunday I went to Exxotica with my wifey Samantha. She was doing a presentation on Black BDSM and spirituality. So I just wanted to show everybody the raw experience. So check it out, guys. A couple of 3 girls just doing some getting flogged, but just showing the whole experience, just showing the room a little bit, so everybody can just see what it looks like. This is my first time actually going to Exxotica, so it was pretty dope. I actually enjoyed it. So here I turned the corner and I seen this girl in the cage, and I was like, interesting, very interesting. I'm not really into skinny girls, but I mean, I don't discriminate, you know what I'm saying? These were some like slim girls, but they was looking cool. And then this is the escalator to the seminars. And here is I forgot her name, but she was talking about like breathing and just being able to channel basically things through your body to make it a better breathing experience sexually.
Like everybody was so nice, just welcoming.
That is,
and here's the wife of Samantha, so just listen to what she's saying.
Coming out
very interesting.
Of subspace is ghetto as fuck, and my body is reacting. I don't want to come back here. I am no longer in my body when I'm in subspace, so why in the hell would I want to come back here? So having a dominant that centers guided meditation and knows how to get me in and out of subspace effortlessly, that's important for me. Reiki is also part of my safe space. I utilize it in tandem with impact play, and I'll explain that later. Mutual worship, I consider myself an altar and an offering as a submissive. So a dominant that is aware of my divinity and allows me to elevate them to God, because that is exactly what I'm doing. Intention and affirmation and praise. So anybody in here, for a little treat, what does your safe space look and feel like as it pertains to like consciousness? What does that look like for you? So me being in this space and talking about kink and BDSM as it pertains to Black and brown people is an act of resistance. We are spiritual people, like Tayomi said earlier, having human experiences. And kneeling as a ritual sets the intention and oneself for worship. Submissively speaking, kneeling is a form of healing for me. It puts me in my place. And I know people would be like, damn, bitch, it puts you in your place. Like you don't see yourself as, you just said you see yourself as an altar and an offering. Goddamn right. I see myself as an altar and an offering. And so kneeling puts me in that space, in that place, the place where I belong. And as a dominant, kneeling at a dom's feet reminds him or her of their place. Your place spiritually, like your place as a protector, your place as owner of this body. So in the state of consciousness, as far as kneeling in subspace, that's me basically decolonizing my body and releasing the trauma of rape, because that is something that these Black and brown and non-Black and brown bodies have experienced in this lifetime, maybe in other lifetimes. I am literally choosing to heal that shit through kneeling. So it's deeper for me than just getting there and doing all these positions, these kneeling positions. It's spiritual. Seeing this vessel as beautiful after cancer, seeing this vessel as strong and resilient, that for me is why I kneel. So BDSM for Reiki practitioners, because a lot of folks said that they are Reiki practitioners in this space. I utilize BDSM and certain Reiki symbols in impact play. So can anybody tell me, if anyone is a Reiki practitioner, what would be a good symbol to use on the physical or metaphysical body when you are first starting an impact scene? Anybody? Chakra Ray. So Chakra Ray literally says, put the power here. So if I am about to become a part of a scene in any way, shape, or form, I am actually physically drawing Chakra Ray on my body. I'm physically drawing that symbol. I'm drawing it where I want it to go. Obviously, we know Reiki's gonna go where it needs to go. So I will utilize Chakra Ray on my physical body. I want to utilize Chakra Ray on the hands of the person that is about to deliver the impact play. I want them to put the power there so that I can receive it. Once I receive that power, we would use Reiki on the receiver's body to help release emotional trauma and to heal. So I will always then, after he or she has done that and they're putting the power there, I am feeling every single impact with the energy that I feel I deserve. I deserve it. It's a release. I am actually receiving that. They are delivering that in a way that is high vibrational. I am able to receive it not from a place of trauma. When I was hit like that as a victim of, well, I wasn't a victim. Let me just cut that fucking negative talk out. When I received that impact in a different way that was traumatic, I had no control over that. I now have control over this, and it's a beautiful experience. So then following it back up with the other symbol, the Reiki on the body, it helps to release that emotional trauma and allows me to heal in that space. Christians, any Catholics, anybody that is outside of the norm, laying of the hands is just like this. When we're in church and a pastor comes over to us, we see it all the time on TV, we experience it all the time in church, and they're laying their hands on someone's physical body for the sole purpose of healing them. Just like Reiki, by the way. I just want to let everybody know that we're all connected in whatever spiritual practice we do. So the pastor comes over and he's like, oh God, now you can walk. The belief that this energy is coming from source and allowing the body to actually experience a healing. Why would we not correlate that with BDSM and kink? Like your hands, your intention, it is all spiritual. And when we see it that way, when we see it that way, we are now consciously embedding spirituality and consciousness in our kink. We're experiencing divinity in our kink. Tayomi had talked earlier about Tantra, and this practice brings together sexuality and spirituality. It doesn't have to include sex, but it can. Only a small portion, sometimes for me, includes sex, but it is connected to the divine. It is a limb of yoga. Tantra is a ritual, using energy to make things happen. Awakening is pursued through embodiment versus disembodiment. So the DS dynamic and the practice of Tantra can and will enhance connection and intimacy. And anybody in here use metaphysical work like sex magic or any kind of metaphysical work in their kink experience, in their BDSM experience? I don't know why y'all don't. Oh, you do. Good. Okay. Come on up. Get a prize. Come get a prize for that. I don't think I can ever submit to anyone who is not conscious. I won't do it. I don't care what type of consciousness you are. I won't do it. Yay. You're welcome. Let's see. And also, I'm speaking from a submissive standpoint, but I do want to address any doms in the room, or any dames in the room, or any masters in the room. Healers need healing, period, point blank. A doctor needs to be able to have another doctor at some point see or heal them. Healers need healing. So at no point, and that is why I said earlier, I elevate my dom to God, because that is how I see you. If I see myself as a goddess, you goddamn right I see you as a god. And I expect you to have that mentality going into any scene with me, going into any relationship with me, because that is how I see you, and I want you to see yourself as that. So the fact that healers need healing, I like to say, with impact play, it's like an exchange of energy. So you get me lit and I'm gonna get you lit. I do not like topping from the bottom. I hate it. I think it's ridiculous. It's a waste of my energy. I can't do it. I think it's ridiculous. But what I love to do is if we are in a scene and there is an impact going on, every single strike of that impact is going to single strike of that impact is going to allow me to then transmute that energy and get you lit. So I'm not going to do anything that makes you feel like I'm doing the most and I'm topping from the bottom. But spiritually speaking, I'm going to utilize what you give me and transmute it and heal you and help you see yourself the way the universe sees you. Perfect, whole, and complete. And our instinctive animalistic energy is so intense that we sometimes don't even use words. I don't. When I'm in kitty space, I don't use words. Words turn into growls and roars, and this in and of itself is spiritual. The alchemy, Christians, any Christians, you speak in tongues. How is that not a correlation? The embodiment of primal energy is divine and connected to earth and nature. Primals don't need all the tools of the trade like whips and restraints and gags as we would with traditional BDSM play. Primals use strength. We use hair, we use our nails, we use our teeth. And in primal energy, you are at your most vulnerable. Even if you are a primal dom, you are still at your most vulnerable. Allowing yourself to be alpha, predator, prey, hunter, pet, owner, whatever that is, you're granting access to the most unfiltered, instinctual you. And that creates a spiritual connection and a bond, an imprint. I was going to talk about daddy dom energy and, how that can correlate to important, the safest man in our lives, mommy doms. The fact that you're doing that, you are why some of us are drawn to kink and BDSM. And for real, when I really broke it down for me, I was like, damn it is because of him that I am submissive and I see it as power. Like it's because he taught me this. The way him and my mom engaged each other, it is that. So I wanted to bring that up just quickly, and then I'll leave you with this. Brown and black folks and lovers of brown and black folks in the BDSM and kink community, I would be remiss if I did not speak to you specifically and individually. I'm asked in many spaces why I do the work that I do, specifically around black BDSM and kink and spirituality. And the answer I always give is this: it's a form of healing and liberation. Black BDSM and kink is an act of resistance, and we are healing generational, ancestral, systematic oppression, colonization of our black and brown bodies and minds by kneeling, by being kneeled before, by owning submission, by walking in the power of dominance, by taking back and transforming the master-slave position, by being owned and by owning. Our DNA, our blood, our nervous system
Damn, that was so
easily be
deep.
triggered
I really enjoyed
by the blood and tears of our past and present experience.
Definitely. But then after that, we left and saw some strippers doing like a stripper competition. So as you can see, Sailor Moon here, she was doing her thing. Like, I don't know what her name was, but she was killing it. Definitely killing that shit. This is a girl from Atlanta, and she was killing that shit. I was like, damn, like, she was definitely killing that pole, like doing some crazy acrobatics. Like, it was just like no effort. That shit was dope as hell. I really enjoyed her performance. She killed that shit. But I really enjoyed Exxxotica. I hope to check it out next year. Hopefully some more black performers and black presenters. But yeah, that was dope. Alright, peace.